Welcome to Punks for Progress. My name is Punker Mike, and I'm coming to you from the Inland Empire of Southern California. Joining me from Reno, Nevada, lead singer of the Convulsionaires, anarchist, my brother and nephew, our co-host, Aaron Alvarez.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sad and gloomy.
Oh, because it's a goth party.
Yeah. Seances aren't any fun anymore. I'm all out of goats to sacrifice.
Is that the mood we're in tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little too happy, apparently.
You need to accept that we're doomed.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah. Everything's dark and terrible.
Heavy sigh.
Fucking Eeyore is so awesome.
Let's remind everybody to follow us on the Twitter feed universe at Punks
if they
for
have
Progress.
to.
They have to. Punks for Progress. Punks the number 4 Progress. Like and share our Facebook page, Punks for Bernie, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Punks for Progress, so you'll get the notifications when we get the shit uploaded.
Yeah. It'll go bling on your smartphone, and then you'll know that a really sad show came up.
Okay, goth does not necessarily mean sad.
I don't know. I love goth music. And we're actually, I would probably say today's show is a little heavier on the death rock than the
you said
goth.
We were discussing what the show was going to be about, and you said, how about goth? And I was like, ew. You're like, what? T.S.O.L, Souixie and the Banshees. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I guess so, huh? Yeah, I guess I could deal with that. So this will be known as the Goth Show.
Yeah. Sorry. So we got good stuff for our first set, though, right? We got some dams.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of leftover from our Sunday show. Our Punks for Progress show that we did this Sunday about Brexit and globalization, and we had a complete British playlist. So right. This would be a leftover from that.
Yeah.
The Damned.
Absinthe is the aphrodisiac of the self. The green fairy who lives in the absinthe wants your soul.
Come taste this lunacy. Be blinded by the green fairy, creeping out of your glass into your mind. Then you can really see. I can take all of your fears, transform the way you feel. Welcome to the spirit world where all your dreams are real. If you want to take a chance, seduction's in a glass, taking you to another place. Round and around and around, falling as the evening starts to fall, like shadows on the walls, are dancing and inviting you to come and taste it all. I can take all of your fears, transform the way you feel. Welcome to the spirit world where all your dreams are real. If you want to take a chance, seduction's in the glass, taking you to another place. And now our trip to Wonderland has finally come to an end. And if you're not completely mad, I will be your best friend.
Dude, you threw that in the playlist, bro, and I haven't heard that song in years. It reminds me of listening to Riding on the Rock on Sunday night. That was good.
That's such a great album from start to finish, man.
That's Evil by 45 Grave. And then before that was Transmission by Joy Division. Another song I haven't heard in a long time, bro. Good choice.
Thank you, man.
And we started off with Absinthe by The Damned.
Have you ever drank absinthe?
No, I have never had absinthe.
Oh my God, it's I don't drink anymore, but when I did, man.
Yeah, but the real stuff, it's like wormwood or something.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of kind of misconceptions and stuff about the absinthe thing out there. So I'll give you a little quick history. So,
well, yeah. Now I saw this whole thing on a documentary about alcohol that I had watched one time, and there's a whole ritual in the way you're supposed to drink it, and the way the procedure of the way you drink it, right?
Right. Okay. So
and now before you start, because I want you to tell the story. But my understanding is that it was outlawed for a number of years.
It was,
and it's just recently become legal again.
Well, right. Okay. So,
but it's a different version. It's not like the real.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
So
that's
talk to me.
A misnomer, and a lot of people still say that, and that's really not true. So, yeah. Absinthe has this reputation of having hallucinogenic properties and stuff. It never has. It's never had that. What that was, and goths and shit will get all pissed at me when I say this, but sorry, fellas, get your bangs out of your eyes because you're wrong. Okay?
Now, come on, it's supposed to have some type of hallucinogenic
what
type
that
of.
was at the time, I don't know the exact time frame, so I'm not even going to try and shoot for it. But it was very, very popular in among Bohemians and stuff in Europe, right? And the wine companies noticed that the wine growers and the grape growers noticed that absinthe sales was seriously cutting into their sales. So they started this massive propaganda campaign that it has all these evil properties and you'll hallucinate and don't drink it. It's dangerous, which caused more people to drink it, right? Because they're like, really? I'll hallucinate? Bitchin', where do I find this shit? And
yeah.
And it does. I can tell you that it does have, there were times where I, maybe had been drinking some beers and stuff and had a buzz going, and I would drink absinthe, and I would notice a difference in the buzz that has, it's hard to describe, almost people relate it to opium, kind of. It has that sort of essence to it, but. And the way you properly serve it is you have it's an absinthe fountain, right? So what it is you just put water in it, and then you have a little sugar cube and a proper absinthe filter. You put the absinthe filter on top of the glass. You set the sugar cube on top of it. You put it underneath the absinthe fountain. You flick it on, and it just slowly drips on the sugar. Right, and slowly dissolves the sugar into the absinthe, and then it turns a kind of almost fluorescent kind of lime green color. It has a very pepperminty kind of flavor to it. And so because of all this propaganda and stuff, it was outlawed in Europe, and then it was outlawed in the States, and then Europe made it legal first, and then it was like we were getting the people were importing it for Europe, but you really weren't supposed to do that in the States. And then that's where all but what you're getting isn't real absinthe. It doesn't have wormwood, and it doesn't have this and that in it. And it's like, well, yeah, it does. And yes, it is. Now, so it's legal. It's true absinthe. Do people like Marilyn Manson has his own absinthe and stuff. And there's some really good ones out there. I like Emperor Norton absinthe a lot, but like I said, I don't drink anymore, so I don't drink absinthe anymore. But there's a little bit of background on absinthe. And I think one of the things that I liked about it too was the sort of mystique and history of it. And you can kind of get lost in almost playing that role of it. You know what I mean? And that probably contributes to your state of mind when you're drinking it. So it can have that euphoric because you're in a euphoric state of mind when you're drinking it. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
But no, you don't hallucinate from absinthe. And I can tell you, I've only ever blacked out on alcohol twice, maybe 3 times in my life, and it was drinking absinthe.
Okay, well, I've got you beat there, but.
Yeah, well, I'd never had an issue with blacking out. Not that I haven't drank copious amounts of alcohol in my day, but something in absinthe has caused me to not remember the night before. So there you go.
Interesting. Well, thank you for catching us up on the whole
Sure.
absinthe story. I appreciate it.
And we'll probably get comments on our freaking YouTube going, no, it's
really
not
bring it on. You know what?
Not
Bring it on.
You know, and it's nonsense. It's real absinthe. But,
bring it on.
yeah.
Give us your comments. We got 1 like on our show from Sunday.
Right.
So far, good show, guys. Keep up the good work. Dude,
Yeah,
right
that's
on.
one more comment than we've ever gotten. So it's like we're jamming. We're up to 11 subscribers too, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
One's me, one's you, one's Brian.
And
So
one's
there-
cousin Rhonda.
And we'll probably. She said she's got a few friends listening. So
Good.
hi to cousin Rhonda's
Hi to
friends
cousin
if
Rhonda.
you're listening. Okay,
Sorry
so
to bum you out on the Goth show.
we're all bumming on the Goth show. It's the Goth show.
All-
So on this, we're going to start this next set out with a song from Souixie and the Banshees.
Yeah.
And it's a song that you guys, that the Convulsionaires actually cover.
Right. And because of this version, we almost didn't, because it's originally an Iggy song. This is a Passenger. And Souixie did it years ago. And when I said to the band, hey, I really want to cover the Passenger, Extevion said, you don't do covers of covers. And he's
Which
right.
I get
He's
that.
right. You know, he's right. And then because I'm a massive tool bag and a dork, I like to do karaoke. And we went out karaokeing, and I sang The Passenger, and he came to me and said, all right, we can do The Passenger. Apparently he liked the way I sang it that night, and I just love it. It's usually one of the last songs we do in our set, and everyone sings along. And
Haven't you told me it's a pretty simple song? It's a pretty easy song to play.
well, and that was the thing too. I had tried to do it with another band before, and it's basically just one riff over and over and over and over and over again. You know, it's not like a verse, chorus. It doesn't have like that awesome hook in it. I mean, it's a cool riff, but it's very repetitive. And so when I had tried it I was in another band with my cousin, tried to get them to do it. He's like, this is totally basic shit, dude. What is this? You know? And when I was in the Emperors, I tried to get them to do it, and they were like, it just doesn't jam enough. I'm going, oh my God, you guys, like, just play it. Get lost in the groove of it, because it has a great groove that you can get lost in, and it's just such a neat song. And yes, it's incredibly simple. But you should see the crowd just lose their shit when we play it. Like, they just love it. People start jumping up and down and dancing, and again singing along with it. And like, anyway, it's a fucking great song.
Yeah, you guys do a great cover. Great
Thank
cover of it. So here's Souixie and the Banshees cover of The Passenger.
I am the passenger, and I ride through the city's backsides. I see the stars come out of the sky, yeah, the bright and hollow sky. You know it looks so good tonight. I am the passenger. I stay under glass. I look through my window so bright. I see the stars come out tonight. I see the bright and hollow sky over the city's red backside, and everything looks good tonight. Singing la 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 Getting to the car, we'll be the passenger. We'll ride through the city tonight. We'll see the cities ripped back sides. We'll see the bright and hollow sky. We'll see the stars that shine so bright. Stars made for us tonight. Oh, the passenger. How we rise. Oh, the passenger. He rides and he rides. He looks through his window. What does it say? He sees the side and hollow sky. He sees the stars come out tonight. He sees the cities ripped back sides. He sees the winding ocean drive. And everything was made for you and me. All of it was made for you and me. 'Cause it just belongs to you and me. So let's take a ride and see what's mine. Singing la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, the passenger, he rides and he rides. He sees things from under glass. He looks through his window inside. He sees the things who knows how it is. He sees the bright and hollow sky. He sees the city asleep at night. He sees the stars are out tonight. And all of it is yours and mine. And all of it is yours and mine. So let's
deceiving, and inside the breach comes with the piece. It's a piece of mind you want. Hear this, kiss, and bang. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Kiss this and hang. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Kiss this and hang. I know you want, I also want you, 'cause you got the weather. All your friends start talking about the weather.
never enough. No matter what I do, it's never enough.
It's never enough. Dude, you remember seeing that video when it first came out?
Yeah, you want to tell the story, or do you want me to start?
Well, I can tell you, we weren't that hungry that night, so we just ate little teeny pieces of paper.
Oh, right. Well, did we start out at the Ancient Mariner?
I don't even remember.
I know we. Okay.
That video seared into my brain.
Well, I do remember that we started out playing in the graveyard that night. After eating little pieces of paper and sitting in the graveyard, drinking a few beers and hanging out with our dead friend Ross Robles from World War I.
Right.
And then we must have stayed pretty much all night long.
Yeah.
I remember coming home, and it was pretty early in the morning, and we were starting to come down, and we got the brilliant idea that maybe we should dose again. Didn't we drop on the way home?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think. I remember driving home down the 91.
And it was like
fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. We got home at 5, I think, and we curled up on the couch and we turned on the TV. And I must have put on a video show or something. It wasn't MTV, but I put something on.
It might have been like 120 minutes or Night Flight or something, maybe.
Something. Yeah. And this fucking Cure video came on. So
no, and wait, just to pause right there. Up to this point, the Cure had been putting out some not so great music. You know, it was like
they've gone extremely pop.
It got kind of mainstream and kind of pop, and this.
Well, everything after that first album that had "Killing an Arab" just went.
Well, I'd say the first 3 albums. You have like
even "Boys Don't Cry." I mean, come on, K-Rock burned the shit out of that song.
Right. So, but this video comes on, and you and me are just.
Well, we had already dosed. We had already played in the graveyard all night long. We had been drinking, smoking pot, and then we decided we're going to try dosing again. So you never actually ever come back up to where you were. You just kind of maintain that, oh, fuck, I'm coming down and I'm not going back up.
You just kind of be word salad. And the video is like trippy as fuck. It really is. You don't have to be on anything.
Yeah, and
out on that video.
He's
in this like weird kind of like circus sideshow stage thing, and of course his makeup's all fucked up, and
they're like in this little teeny room, and they're getting smaller, and the LSD is having a total trippy out effect on me as it is anyways, I threw some of those videos in while the song was playing, or some of the stills from the videos. So yeah, feel free guys to go back and check that video out. You don't need acid to trip on that video.
No, you don't. And I think when it ended, first of all, it seemed like it went on for like 13 hours. It's a 4-minute song. Both of us in unison go, "What the fuck?"
Okay, so let me say, because I know my kids listen to the show, don't do acid. Uncle Cousin Stinky and Punker Mike did dumb stuff back then in the olden days, okay? We would drop acid and go play in the graveyard. Don't do the same stuff that we did.
If any indication that it's not any good is that neither of us have done that in a lot of years. If it was awesome, we'd probably still want to do it, but no.
Yeah, it's not happiness. So we've had it was fun at times, but don't take that chance. Okay, so let's get into this next set, my brother.
Okay, so we're gonna play Christian Death, Alien Sex Fiend. Oh, we're not?
No, that's not this set. That would be the following set.
No. We're going to get all Peter Murphy, Daniel Ash.
Yeah, this is our Bauhaus set. Bauhaus is kind of the poster band for goth music.
Right. But then they broke up, and Peter Murphy basically left the band, and the 3 remaining members became Love and Rockets. And in the interim, Daniel Ash, the guitar player, also did Tones on Tail. So
wasn't Daniel Ash the bass player?
No, that's David J.
That's David J. Daniel Ash is the guy with the long hair and the makeup, yeah.
Right. So it's Peter Murphy vocals, Daniel Ash guitar, David J. bass, who was also in Jazz Butcher for a while, which is a great band, and then Kevin Haskins.
And then Peter Murphy also did his own thing.
He's done a number of solo albums.
And he had a couple of good hits. They were really good back in the day, I remember.
But Love and Rockets really had the most success out of any of it. They have The Seventh Dream of a Teenage Heaven was the first album. Then they put out Express, and we're going to play something off of Express. And then they did the third album, which
the Yellow album that had I had that
Earth, Sun,
vinyl.
Moon. Very beautiful album. And then I'll tell you, that was the one CD that that was the first CD that I bought, was Earth, Sun,
really?
Moon from Love and Rock Gods. Yeah. And so that gives you a time frame of when it came out. And that was the one album I had that my mom could listen to.
Interesting.
No, it's actually a very beautiful album. And then they put out the self-titled Love and Rockets album, which had like Motorcycle. And,
but the one before had quite a few hits. I remember them playing on FM radio.
Sure. And Love and Rockets, just great music. And then
my
of
kids
course,
know.
Tones on Tail.
Well, yeah, Mike, I was going to say my kids know Bauhaus because we always play Bela Lugosi at Halloween.
Bela Lugosi's dead.
Yeah, and I walk around, that whole month singing that song, and hey, Bela Lugosi's dead. Hey, just so you know, Bela Lugosi's dead.
And I also, the listeners may find it interesting that I lived in Bela Lugosi's house. You know that.
Oh,
right,
that's right. Yeah, right there in Lake Elsinore.
Lake Elsinore, where at my dad, who is a pastor and a very, very decent guy, who decided that he needed to take in homeless people and drug addicts, and we did, and we would have up to like 60 people living at our house at a time, and we called it the ranch, but we stayed in a number of different places, and the last place that we stayed was the house that Bela Lugosi had owned before he his career went to shit, and he was all whacked out on heroin and living in an apartment where Ed Wood found him and put him in Plan 9 from outer space. But at that time, he had lost everything. And,
wow.
So it was interesting to know that. And, rumor has it that he used to walk around his house in his vampire gear, So I used to just sit there late at night and picture Bela.
After shooting heroin?
Right, he'd get all twacked out of heroin,
creepy,
cruising around his house. Vampire.
I just got chills. Let's play Bauhaus.
Do it.
Special effects by lunatic and drinks. The graveyard scene. The golden years. She's in parties. It's in the can. She's in parties. It's in the can. Cutting room floor. Look like spawn on the cutting room floor. She's in the parties. It's in the can. She's in the parties. It's in the can. Lighting lights in the right. Special effects by lunatic and drink. Freeze frame screencast. She's in parties. It's in the can. She's in parties. It's in the can. Lighting lights in
That was Christian Says by Tones on Tail.
Christian Says.
Christian Says. And before that was Yin and Yang, the Flower Pot Man by Love and Rockets.
Yin and Yang and Flower Pot Man.
And She's in Parties by Bauhaus is what we started that set out with.
Yeah, that's off the Burning from the Inside record. That's my favorite Bauhaus record. Love that album.
And that was my favorite Love and Rockets song.
Well, there we go.
And so, tell me about Spiritual Cramp.
Spiritual Cramp. Oh,
Is that
well, I have a story about Roz. Roz Williams,
From
who's
Christian
the
Death?
singer of Christian Death. Yeah, he had a side project called Premature Ejaculation, and I got to see them at the Crypt in North Hollywood on December 18th of 1989, and it was insanely disturbing.
Really?
So the stage aesthetic was they all had these kind of matching sort of military style jumpsuits and this big giant wall of TVs. And it's not like they stood in front of the wall of TVs. All the music was done from behind the wall of TVs. And it was very noise oriented. And so you have all this crazy, and then all the wall of TVs is all of these like fucked up like vivisection videos and like animal mutilation and nuclear destruction and just a bombardment of really disturbing images. And about halfway through the set, they bring out this big metal trough full of water. And then Roz comes out with this other guy, and they kneel over the trough. And Roz is like, in his ear, and he's got his arm around him, and you can tell he's like psyching him out. He's like really, getting him pumped and, kind of giving him the motivational speech. And then he grabs him by the back of the head and slams his head into the trough. And where I was standing in the stage, I could feel it in my feet from his head hitting the bottom of this water trough.
Oh my God.
And like 3 times, just slams his head in the bottom of this trough and pulls him back up and goes back into it, starts doing the motivational speech again, starts, riling him up, but you can't hear what he's saying. And meanwhile, there's just like, all this freaking kajunky fucking loud, just really discordant sound barreling out of the stage. And he does it again, does it a second time, blam, 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 and then leaves him in there for a while. Then finally pulls his head back up and they walk off, and the next, I wouldn't call it song, but the next piece began. And I also met Dinah Cancer from 45 Grave that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And didn't know it at the moment. I just knew I was talking to the most beautiful goth woman I'd ever seen in my entire life. And when I walked away, the dude I was with, he's like, "You know who that was, right?" I'm like, "No, but I want to spend the rest of my life with her. I know that." And he said, "Yeah, that was Dinah Cancer from 45 Grave." And I felt stupid because I already at that point was, well aware of who 45 Grave was and loved him to death, And but yeah, so
wow,
there's
look at you.
my Roz Williams premature ejaculation Dinah Cancer story.
All right.
And 45 Grave is playing again. By the way, they're always playing it out. They play all the time, all over LA. And 45 Grave is so great.
So let's play Spiritual Cramp by Christian Death.
Do it, man.
Incurable disease on the day of rest. I'm walking on water in a sea of incest. I've got the image of Jesus embedded in my chest. I can't leave home without my bulletproof vest. Killing myself for the perfect honeymoon. Fighting with scorpions tied around my neck. I hear the pitter-patter of a killer on the loose. Children use their fingers instead of words. Crosses burn our temples on Slaughter Avenue. It takes too much time for me to say I refuse. Time is digging graves for the chosen few. Children dig the graves of me and you. Describe the illness, I'll describe the cure. Start your 2-day life on a 2-day vacation. Describe the illness, I'll describe the cure. Start your 2-day life on a 2-day vacation. Spiritual crap going for my ribs. Those gangsters toting guns are shooting spikes in my wrist. Children use their fingers instead of words. Fingers bury children under under the boards. I can die 1,000 times, but I'll always be here with the powder skull secrets of forgotten years. The hazel nooses, gentle bloodstained tears. My hands are the killers that confirm my fears. Jesus, won't you touch me? Come into my heart. Where the hell are you? When the fire stops, I'm using my fingers instead of words. I'm using my fingers instead of words. Of the Father to reduce the gates of hell. The apple born at mother's flesh is starting to swell. I'm setting 22 tables for the funeral feast. Satan is by far the kindest.
changed today. Everything is out of place. You said we had to go because you saw the red shadow. Turn your head, the time has come, just like they said. Red shadows, red shadows. I can feel the electric rains. The night will come again, and your face, it has turned so gray. Don't look back, don't make the turn. They told me that these red shadows burn. Red shadows, red shadows. Tell me now, is it true? Are these red skies really blue? Tell me, well, is it a lie? 'Cause I don't see any sky at all. Just red shadows. Red shadows. I can feel the electric rains. The night will come again, and your face, it has turned so gray. We all wish it was yesterday, yesterday. Tell me, is it true? Are these red skies really blue? Tell me, is it a lie? Because I don't see any sky at all. No sky
That goes out to my buddy Jake. That was T.S.O.L. Red Shadows.
Jake likes T.S.O.L.
Jake likes T.S.O.L. Jake gave me a T.S.O.L. Patch to put on my jean jacket.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Jack Grisham, they just finished a new album. It's not out. I mean, they just finished recording it. So there's a new T.S.O.L. album coming out. And, did you see that he put that little clip up? I sent it to you, and then he took it down real quick. Like, he had it up for one of the songs, and it was this weird, creepy image of some, like, ghost woman in a hallway with her head doing all kinds of crazy shit. And the music really
a
great.
while ago, right?
Right, and he just like put that up. Here's a sneak peek of our new album, and he had it up for like a day, and then took it down. And it was like, oh god, it was such a neat looking image, and like, so I'm sure that album's just going to be great. And that's Red Shadows is from Change Today, which is still to this day my favorite T.S.O.L. album. And they took a lot of shit for that album because it wasn't straightforward slam dance punk rock music, you know,
right?
And it was a little darker and it had goth edges to it, and I just fell in love with it instantly. Still listen to it on a regular basis. Such a great record.
Did I back announce? No, I didn't. Before that was Smells Like by Alien Sex Fiend. And we started that set off with Spiritual Cramp by Christian Death.
Christian Death.
I gotta
Yeah.
your profile picture that pops up when you text me is you in my Alien Sex Fiend T-shirt.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
I like. Oh, that's an old picture
Old
from like high
picture,
school.
yeah. I think you got
yeah.
your leather on and you got your Alien Sex Fiend, my Alien Sex Fiend T-shirt.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
suspended from school for wearing that shirt.
Oh, bitchin'! I woke up in Pomona Drunk Tank wearing that shirt.
I wish I don't know whatever happened to it, but yeah.
Man, that shirt brought some good times, huh?
Yeah, it did. Well, I don't know. Suspension, jail. I think it was a doomed shirt.
That's funny.
Well, this was a really bummer of the show.
Oh yeah, we're all bummed out.
I'm just going to turn the lights off. I'm going to light a candle. I'm going to read me some Edgar Allan Poe.
There you go. The Telltale Heart.
Yeah.
Well, it's been good talking to you, man.
Yeah, it has.
It's actually been kind of a fun show.
It has. We tried really hard not to make it fun. I'm sorry, guys. We were trying to bum you out, but
Stay tuned because next week we might, and I'm working on an interview with the Dolly Rots.
yeah. And we also, my buddy A Bear is going to join us for one of our Sunday shows. He's super involved in East Coast activism and organizing and stuff, and very interesting, very red, communist, leftist.
Who
great
has his
dude.
own podcast.
He has his own podcast, which was kind of what inspired this podcast, was me joining him on his, and went, I think I can do this. And so, yeah, it'll be really good to hear about what's going on the East Coast and from A-Bear. So we're going to have him on here pretty soon, too.
Sounds
so,
good.
yeah.
Let's
So
close
why
the
don't we
show,
play,
Sally.
why don't we play him a Convulsionaires Goth song. Yeah, it's called All About You.
Let's remind everybody to follow us on the Twitter at Punks for Progress, Punks the number 4 Progress. Like and share our Facebook page, Punks for Bernie. I think we need to change that.
Yeah, I'm ready to change it.
I think I am too.
Yeah.
Do we want to wait till the convention or no?
That was what our plan was, but I'm just kind of over it. I'm ready. I haven't even been posting Bernie stuff on it. I've just been posting,
Well, there's
stuff
not a whole lot
about
of Bernie stuff.
social things.
I've got a couple emails the last couple days.
Yeah, he's talking about signing a petition to make sure they don't do TPP and stuff. And
Yeah,
I don't know.
Obama's all for it, and Hillary's and Trump are supposed to be against it. However, I have a feeling that they're just saying that.
Right. No, they're both all about TPP. They would both do so personally very well to pass TPP. So get ready. TPP's coming.
And then we also have fucking Independence Day on Friday, on Monday.
Yeah, trample on an innocent indigenous culture day.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so then we'll see you guys on Sunday, I suppose.
Hey, love you, dude.
I love you too, man.